Okay, so about a week ago, a previous customer of my dad's called him and told him, hey, tell your son if he wants a couple lathes to come by my house and to pick them up. Yeah, so long story short, my dad worked for this guy almost a year ago, and when he was working for him, the customer mentioned to my dad that, oh, he used to be a welder. My dad told him about my YouTube channel. My dad loves telling everybody about my YouTube channel. It's a little cringy. I hate when he does it, but I can't get him to stop. And the customer subscribed to my YouTube channel, and he's been watching a couple of my videos, and he called my dad almost a week ago, about a week ago today, and told him, hey, tell your son I'm moving. If he wants a couple lathes to come by my house and to pick them up. And I'll be honest, I was super skeptical at first. I'm thinking like, okay, this guy wants to give me a couple lathes. How long have they been sitting outside? What kind of condition are they in? Are they even metal lathes? So I went to his house, not really expecting that much. And when I walked into his garage and saw these two beautiful lathes, I'm thinking, there's no way that these are what he wants to give me. And sure enough, he's like, do you want them? They're yours if you want them. And I'm like, yeah, I do want them. So huge thank you to Richard. He didn't want to be on camera, which is fine, but I have to say this huge thank you to Richard for giving me two beautiful lathes, as well as a drill press, a ton of tooling, and a bunch of round stock, a bunch of really large round stock. It took me 3 days to move all this stuff from his house into my garage. So, the two lathes, one of them is a Victor lathe, the other one is a South Bend. The South Bend is the smaller one, the Victor lathe is the bigger one. The South Bend was pretty easy to move. We just picked it up with a cherry picker, placed it on some moving dollies, and just rolled it out of the garage. The Victor lathe, that one was a challenge. I think that thing weighed like almost 2,000 pounds. We had to use come-alongs to drag it on the floor, drag it out of his garage, and use come-alongs to drag it into my trailer to get it to my house. Then we had to use a come-along to get it off the trailer and into my garage. So that was a challenge. And yeah, it took us 3 days. 3 different trips to this guy's house to get everything. And I still am trying to organize my tiny little garage that I have. I'm trying to figure out where to put all this stuff. Where do I put the big lathe? Where do I put the small lathe? Where am I putting the drill press? I've also been trying to figure out wiring to get bigger outlets over to that side of the garage. So I've been a little busy with that stuff.
Alright, just got back to the house. This is the smaller lathe that he is giving me. And we weren't able to get the bigger lathe on it. We got it outside, but we weren't able to get it on the trailer. I think I'm going to go back tomorrow and try and get it tomorrow. But I'm honestly not really sure what I'm going to do with this one. Because the bigger lathe, I want the bigger lathe in the garage. Because the bigger lathe is, you know, obviously bigger. It has a DRO. And I want the bigger one in the garage, and it doesn't make sense to have 3 lathes in the garage, especially with how cramped it is in here. Honestly, I have no idea where stuff's going. I have no idea where it's going. I'm gonna have to move all this stuff. That has to go somewhere else. I'm getting rid of that shelf and moving these 2 things down. Or maybe on the other side. I'll probably move them on the other side. The big lathe is going there. And then maybe the drill press is going next to it. And I'm honestly not really sure where this one's going. So, I don't know, but I have to get it off the trailer. Also, I gotta get all this stuff. He was like, oh, do you want all this round stock? And I'm like, sure, yeah, I'll take anything. And this is only like 2/3 of all this stuff, all the round stock he wanted to give me. I wasn't able to load all of it in the truck. So I got to figure out where this stuff's going. There's a 4-jaw chuck right there. That stuff's for the for this lathe, and then that goes on the lathe. Those are some backing plates, I think they're called. All right, made some progress. I am exhausted right now. Had to move the press to the shed. I moved the shaper in that corner. Had to move. I thought about getting rid of that shelf, but I can't. There's too much stuff on it, and I have no other place to put all that stuff, so it's just gonna have to go right there. Put the bandsaw right here. I got all the metal out of the bed of the truck. Some of it's over here. The rest of it is right here. So it's not the perfect location to have it right here, but it's gonna have to work for now. And then I'm gonna have to, once I get the rest of the material that he wants to give me, I'll shove it in that corner. All right, got the south bend in here. This was the easy one. It's still on the dollies. I'm gonna leave it on the dollies for now because I'm not entirely sure where this one's going. And gotta move all this stuff out of the way right now because we got the other lathe here. This is the one that I want to go in the garage. It is much bigger. It's got a DRO. So now the hard part is getting it off the trailer and getting it into the garage and putting it right here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Got it this close. Now we're just gonna try and just drag it off with the crowbars. Oh Lord, we got it in here. Oh man, this thing is so heavy. Basically, we're just using crowbars and come-alongs to move this thing around. Now we just gotta get it into the corner. Just a few more feet to go. Okay, so last night we got the bigger lathe in the garage. I'm realizing that I haven't really been filming that much of the whole process of moving this stuff. My apologies. I've been a little preoccupied with just trying to get this stuff moved, trying to get inside, and I can't really, you know, focus that much on cameras or anything like that, so I haven't really been filming that much about moving this stuff. This one only has a 4-jaw chuck, whereas this one, right now, there is a 3-jaw chuck, and he also gave me a 4-jaw that he says fits on this lathe. So, you know, it's awesome having the capability of a 4-jaw, but I do want a 3-jaw chuck for this one. I may see if this one will fit on this. If it doesn't, then I will be getting a 3-jaw chuck. Also, I want some collet chucks for this thing because that's something I really have been wanting for a while. So I cannot believe that he gave me this stuff. I mean, I cannot thank him enough. I cannot thank Richard enough for giving me this stuff. It is so incredible. I have been wanting this stuff. I've been wanting a lathe like this for so long. I'm a little mixed emotions because as I've been wanting lathes like this for so long, but I'm a little sad because my good old homemade lathe, I'm probably not going to be using this one as much. I loved this thing. It was amazing. I loved being able to say that I built a lathe from scratch, and I've been using it ever since. I love this thing. So this is staying here. This lathe is staying here. I am not taking it down. I am not selling it. As far as the drill press, because he is giving me a big drill press, I need to pick that up, not tomorrow, but the next day. And also, he's giving me a bunch more material. Have I shown you this? I'm not really sure what I've been recording because I've also been recording for Instagram. This is all the material between these two bins. He gave me all of this material, and it is some serious round stock, some aluminum. Look at this thing. Like, my Lord. Oh, I cannot thank Richard enough for just giving me this stuff. Alright, so I just picked up all the rest of the stuff that he wants to give me. This is the rest of the round stock. Here's a bunch of drill bits. There's all the long, big pieces of round stock, and there's more stuff. And then there's the drill press, and this is a welding table, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this thing. But the drill press, look at that thing. Yeah, I gotta figure out a place. I gotta figure out a place to put it. And I gotta tell you guys, my back is killing me. You know, moving all this stuff around last couple days. Yeah, my back is really starting to suffer, and I can barely pick anything up nowadays. So, for the past couple days, I've been playing electrician. I installed this little shelf to put the inverter, the rotary phase converter, onto something. I got power, 220 power to the inverter, and I finally got this lathe working. This thing is a little loud, it's a little annoying. It does shake the house upstairs, which is kind of annoying. Apparently it rattles the toaster. So, yeah, just gotta deal with that. But it works. I've already tested it, and it cuts beautifully. I've been figuring out how to use this this DRO. This thing's a little complicated. It's a little above me, so I gotta figure out how to get it to work. But check this out. Yeah, it works. Oh, I love it. Also, one thing I am in love with is the automatic feed. Not only does it have automatic feed in the Z axis, but also in the X axis. Look at that. Oh, this thing is so cool. Also, I can finally cut threads with this lathe now. I can figure out, I need to learn how to do all this stuff with the gearing and the different stuff, but I gotta learn how to do that stuff, but I can finally do it with this beautiful lathe. Okay, so a little bit of a different video this week. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one of my normal videos out this week. I've been busy with setting all this stuff up. Also, I've been busy with a really fun collaboration. That'll be next week. Yeah, now, the drill press isn't wired up yet. I just wanted to get the lathe going right now. Wiring this stuff up was kind of a challenge. I have a really good friend in California who was telling me how to wire this stuff up over FaceTime. So that was kind of a challenge getting that to work, but it works. It hasn't burned down the house yet. Lathe works.
And I will set up the drill press soon. It's just wanted to get this one set up immediately. Now, as far as the South Bend, I really want to set the South Bend up, but as you can see, I don't have that much space in here. I am really cramped in this tiny little garage, and I don't have anywhere to put this South Bend lathe. I think it's about time for me to get my own shop. What do y'all think? I think it's about time for me to move out of here and look for my own property. I've been looking for property for years now, and I think I'm finally at the point where I can afford at least something. Most of the stuff that I see, I just cannot afford. So once I get my own place, my own shop, then I can set all this equipment up properly. But for now, I am doing the best I can with the tiny space that I have available to me. So as far as the South Bend, I will set that one up and set all this stuff up properly once I get my own shop. So again, I have to say this again, huge thank you to Richard for giving me all this stuff. It is incredible, his generosity of giving me all this stuff. So anyway, I guess that's it for this video. I wanted to show more of this thing working and running and all this kind of stuff, but running out of time. I need to end this video here. You'll definitely see me using this in the future, making parts with this. First couple parts I need to make with this, I need to finish the front hubs for the Grave Ninja, and I'm going to be using this lathe to do it. So anyway, I got to end this video here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see ya in the next video.